Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Throwing Down with the Browns. Today we have for you Southern Fried Cabbage. Very simple recipe. I try to make all of our recipes as simple as they can be. You know, simple is better. So what we have a whole head of cabbage. We have one yellow onion. Of course, we always have my pink Himalayan salt and my black pepper.
Of course.
Basics in cooking. You know, we have 8 cloves of garlic over there, you see, and we have 6 strips of bacon. First thing that goes into the pan, we need to cut this bacon. I've said in a previous video, I like to put my bacon in the freezer a little bit. The colder it is, the better it cuts, you know, because we're going to dice this. We're going to cut this the long way. Now from there, we're going to turn it, and I'm just going to cut diced pieces. Once we get these cut, they're going into the pan. We're going to render these down. We want them nice and crispy because these are going to be the last thing that goes into the cabbage when it's done. And that balance of soft cabbage and crispy bacon is phenomenal. And rendering down that bacon, remember to work it with the wood spatula, rubber spatula, whatever you have. If you're using a non-stick skillet, just remember, do not use a metal tong or a metal spatula. You're going to kill the bottom of that pan. All right, guys, so we're back. We got the bacon rendering down at a very low heat. And now, if you all have ever dealt with cabbage, you know it's a very big vegetable, you know, but I got a way of dealing with this thing fairly simple. Got my chef knife here. I go right down through the center of it.
See, look how much muscle it takes. It's hard to cut it.
I just smack on the back of that with my palm, you know.
Okay. Jeez.
And then just kind of work your way around it. You're gonna get through. It is very a little bit tough, you know. But those of us with less muscle, if you got that knife in there firmly, you can just pick it up.
Oh,
smack it on the counter.
All right. Yeah.
You know, like so.
Okay.
And you're going to have that. And then what I tend to do, I like to go right in there where the stem is at. And I'm going to cut a V shape right in there. And that's how we're going to get that stem out of there.
Okay.
You hit it a few times, it'll be more than willing to come out. And a lot of times you can just do that with your hand, just like so.
Okay.
You know? And there we go. We're ready to work. At this point, we are ready to work. Now, if you look at your cabbage, sometimes they have a little bit of rough edges on the outside. You just pick through until you get to the clean part. You know,
okay.
To me, I'm comfortable with that. Now, what I'm going to do next, we're just going to cut it straight down, equal sized parts. Once we got it cut that way, we're going to go the other way. It's like a large dice, basically, is what we're doing here.
Like a large onion.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you notice once you get it diced, there's going to be very large pieces that like to stick together. You just go in, break them apart. All right, guys, last step before we get everything in the same pot, we're going to dice these onions. Now, this recipe, if you're familiar with us, you've seen us use mostly a small dice. We're pretty much always a small dice. However, this recipe, we're using a large dice. We want something pretty much the same size as that cabbage. You know, so I have pretty much a half of a huge onion and a half of a regular onion here. But I just want to generally, we're going to cut this onion into 4s, you know. So it's going to be a large dice because we want it roughly, like I said, about the same size as that cabbage. All right, we got that.
Okay, welcome back to Throwing Down with the Browns. What do we have here, sweetheart?
All right, so we chopped up the cabbage. We got it a nice large dice, which is what we want. One head goes a long way. But once you put it in that pot, you're going to find out that it don't go a long way. That's so crazy. Just like greens, if you ever cook greens, you know, you can buy the hugest bag and they wilt down to nothing. Oh. But where we are right now is the garlic. My garlic is a fresh garlic, cloves. I peeled them right off the bunch. What I like to do, because these are kind of hard to peel, you take that knife and give them a little smack. Okay. And what you will find is that the shell kind of separates from the whole thing. You just smash it, and that shell is usually willing to come right off. Okay. You know, and that's what we're going to do. We're going to take these cloves of garlic. I'll just do these two, just as an example. So I'm not going to bore you guys with doing all of them. I'll set those shells to the side. All right, guys, so we got my big pot here. Because like I said, the head of cabbage is big going in. Oh, God. But it's going to wilt down as we cook. You know, so the bacon fat that I left over from when we rendered down that bacon is going into this pot here. This is where all the action, this is where the magic happens, guys. Mm-hmm. So I preheated the pot, so it's already ready. First thing we're going to do is go in with the onion. Got my large diced onion there. Ooh. Right into the pot. You see how hot it was. It started cooking immediately. It's a beautiful thing. We're probably going to cook these maybe about a minute. After so, we're going in with that garlic, and the cabbage will follow right behind. And what we're going to do once we get everything hot, so I got this on high heat right now. Once we get everything going, we're going to drop it down to medium, maybe even lower. We just want to lightly saute all of this. Continue stirring throughout the entire process. I imagine it's probably going to take at least an hour to get this entire head of cabbage cooked up. All right, we're going in with the sliced garlic right now. Into the mix. Give it a good stir. All right, guys, I got a 2-inch hotel pan. That's how big this cabbage broke down to be. It's going to fill up most of this pot, but like I said, the more it cooks, the more it's going to wilt. We'll probably lose half of the volume throughout the entire cooking process. But I chose the large pot because I wanted to get everything in there the first time, and I have to come back and add and wait till it reduce and then add more. See, I get the whole head of cabbage in there at one time, so that's a good thing. It's gonna make my cooking process a lot easier.
Hey, you need some real muscle with this.
Yeah, you got to work it around. You just want to get to the bottom of the pot and get everything. And that's your goal. Every time you stir this, you want to get down to the bottom of the pot because you don't want anything to stick. All right, guys, so we're back. We finished it up. I would say maybe 45 minutes total cooking time after we introduced the cabbage into the pot. We have it cooked up beautifully. You guys, I would invite you to taste the tenderness of the cabbage. Everybody likes it a little bit different, so taste it throughout the cooking process. Get in that pot every 4 minutes, I would say. And now that we're here, that bacon that we rendered off, just right over the top.
Oh, nice.
You guys can stir it in. I like to present it just like that to the family, and you know, it's gonna add another layer of flavor. It's just gonna take everything over the top. And we're going in.
All right.
All right. Layers on layers of flavor. I really recommend you guys try this out. And the fork, I'll let my wife tell you what it tastes like.
Well, I know it's going to be a little too warm, so we'll just hold it up for them. Show them how you, the steam of it all.
Yeah.
Okay, a little further over. Yeah, keep coming over.
We're super hot right here.
Now you can lower it. Let's see here. Yeah, right there.
And I'll take the first bite.
Yeah, you do it. Jeff likes things a little hotter than myself. That will scald my darn gums. Shoot. All right, though. Good?
That bite,
Thumbs
I didn't
up.
cook the cabbage all the way down, but that crunch from the bacon is everything, guys. Seasoned to taste. Southern Fried Cabbage. Hope you all try this recipe and enjoy. Please like and subscribe.
And thanks for joining us.